Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be continuing with Abscission. Still not entirely sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it'll do for now. Let's go into this starlit gallery. Oh, it's locked. That girl doesn't notice us. We'll bang on the window, but I think she has. Yeah.
We're closed, and before you ask, we have no planned date for reopening.
Could I have a moment of your time, then?
What for? I don't know you, and I don't want to. Fuck off.
I'm APD, Detective Stanhope.
Well then, fuck off, Detective Stanhope.
Her body was shaking with barely held emotion. It seemed the news of Serena Challoner's death had already made its way here. I know this is a difficult time, ma'am. I just want to ask a few questions, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Fine.
Thanks. Can I ask your name?
It's Hu Mei Ying. Call me May.
How long have you known her?
Since last year, sorta.
What do you mean?
She was looking to move up here as an artist, and I was looking for a partner to run the business. She's getting a bit Australian now. She seemed like a good fit. We had a few phone calls before she moved.
Where did she move from?
New York. She said she couldn't find a way to stand out there. Too many artists.
What was she like?
What do you mean?
Her personality, her interests.
I didn't know her that long.
Help me out here. You ran a gallery together. She seemed to be considering her words.
I suppose she was a pretty fragile person, at first anyway.
Fragile? In what way? Emotionally?
Socially. She seemed to find conversation a chore. No, not a chore, more like a test. You could almost hear her brain analyzing every little thing. She would ask me these dumb questions like she'd never spoken to anyone before. What's your favorite cat?
A smile crosses her lips before quickly becoming swallowed once more.
It used to piss me off. I thought I'd made a huge mistake in hiring her, but then she got past it and things got better. She seemed to stop caring. Her questions became a joke.
Maybe she got to know you, felt less nervous?
Maybe, but it was sudden, like over one day, after her birthday.
What day was that?
Yeah, June 14th, I think. After that day, it was like she was a different person.
Pod people. Was she in any trouble that you were aware of?
Not with regards to money, that's for sure. Her paintings do well, especially her newer ones.
Why do you think that is?
It's the colors, I think, and the form.
Her eyes glaze over for a second.
I don't know, they've got this energy.
What about outside of work? Any personal issues? She paused.
I can't think of anything.
Nothing at all?
No. We done here?
I didn't need to be a detective to know she was hiding something. I had to be careful to pick the right approach. I'm leaning between either sociable or just demanding. I'm gonna go with sociable because she seems to value kind of social intelligence. I can understand why you're reticent. I would be too, but believe me, I'm not looking for dirt. I just wanted to find out what happened to her. Anything you can give me will help. Tears welled in her eyes. She blinked them away, leaving lines in her mascara. Take your time.
Yeah, she was in trouble.
Who with?
No one. I mean, it was her head, her dreams. Something went wrong.
In what way?
The last couple of months, she became more and more distant. Not in a sad way, but sort of, blissful.
I thought you said she changed for the better.
Well, she was happy, so I guess that's better, but it just seemed too much, too fast. It's good to not sweat the small stuff, but at times she didn't seem to care about anything.
Any drug use? She took a deep breath.
We did some pot, but nothing harder.
These dreams you mentioned, did she describe them to you?
Yeah, when I asked. She said that they were full of colors at first, but then they all turned red. She said that like it was good. She talked about a garden and a queen who ruled over it like some sort of Alice in Wonderland shit. She said there was one, just one. She said that she wanted to be like that hang on. She said there was one tree, just one. She said she wanted to be like that tree. She said she never wanted to wake up. I stopped asking after that.
Was she getting any help?
She said she didn't need it. I even booked her in for some counseling, but she didn't go. I didn't know what else to do. It's all just so fucked.
Well, thanks for your honesty. I promise I'll do everything I can to make sense of this all.
Thank you.
Do you know a Mark Torrance?
I met him a few times when he and Serena went out. Seemed like a waste of space to me. I always thought she could do better. Glad she realized it herself in the end. Is he mixed up in this?
I'm just gathering facts at the moment. Have you seen him recently?
No, not for at least a month.
This one. Tell me about that day, her birthday. Did you spend it with her?
I saw her in the night. We went to a club. It was her suggestion, which was a surprise. I think she'd already been drinking or had something else. She was as high as fuck. She never seemed to really come down after that.
Did she tell you what she'd done in the day?
She'd spent the day with Mark, got some clothes, jewelry, even a tattoo.
A tattoo? A diamond?
Yeah, I think she'd wanted to impress Mark. She was really happy with it, kept looking at it all night.
Do you know where she got it?
No, sorry. I know there are a few studios in Hopper, Berwick, and Tawny Heights, but it could have been any of them.
I guess that's all. That's all for now, thank you.
Wait, I have something, a book.
She went back into the gallery and opened her desk, retrieving the black book she'd been reading. She passed it over to me, holding onto it for a split second before letting go.
This was Serena's. She gave it to me a few days ago, saying I should read it. It's poetry called Dreams of the Pale Queen.
That can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, I've been reading it and hoping to find some sort of answer to why this all happened. Maybe you can. I trust you.
Yeah, thanks.
See you around, Detective.
Clue gained. Poetry book. Alright. Well, I guess there's no need to go into the gallery. Let's have a look at the book. I'd always prided myself on being well read, but I'd never heard of Dreams of the Pale Queen, or its author, Hector Rufus. A brief introduction by Anton Carmine, the man who translated the work in 1904, described him as an astrologer, poet, and seer, drawing from the inimitable spirits of Michel de Nostradam and Tycho Brahe. So Nostradam is obviously Nostradamus. Tycho Brahe was, I think he was like sort of a natural philosopher type thing. Yeah, definitely real names and definitely involved in sort of the supernatural, occult, prognostication type stuff. Due to his claims of accurate divination. Quite the claim. I always found it interesting that these soothsayers tended to die long before their predictions could be disproved. Holding the book, it seemed to fall open at one particular poem, potentially its most read. It was titled, Cynthia, My Queen. When the velvet fell, I was as a child again. The horizon seemed a knife, cutting me from the material of time and purposing my soul anew. My heart vaulted, drowning in the joy of a new chance, yet tethered to the knowledge that I did not deserve it. She found me there, mewling and naked, and drew me to comfort. Her arms were the land, the mountains that surrounded me, her lips the sea that kissed my skin. The roots were severed. Interesting. There is a receipt within the pages too. The book was purchased at Carmine's Books in the north side of Mersey. Got a location. Okay. I guess we leave. So we got the bookshop. I still don't have the tattoo parlour. Well, let's follow this trail for now. The bookshop was closed and would be open tomorrow according to the weathered sign in the window. Let's go back to the office because I might want to look at that receipt in the computer potentially. So this is the tattoo receipt. Ludweb Tattoo Studio. Let's look that up on the computer. No result. Needed to try something else. Yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe we'll find that address at some point. Well, I guess maybe we go back to Detective's apartment and maybe spend the night. My apartment. I wouldn't call it a home, more a place where I had to sleep. It was a painting of a ruined castle from somewhere in the United Kingdom. I hadn't looked into its history, I just enjoyed the detail of the picture. Oh, this is Stanhope. My dresser, the final resting place of many knickknacks, tools and receipts. There were various assorted items in here that didn't really fit anywhere else. I took my trusty flathead screwdriver. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. I don't think we found anything yet that would be useful for, but you never know. Bonsai. My bonsai, given to me by Abigail 3 years ago. Somehow I'd managed to keep it alive. I wish the same could be said of our relationship. Some of the more interesting papers from the last 30 years of Ashfield's history. I saw it as a duty to know everything I could about the town, like a doctor understanding a patient's medical history. Didn't need to scour the newspapers. Okay. What's on his desk? Is that a slamming door? My own life could wait, I was on a case. My desk. I tended to organise most of my life in the same way as I did my cases, but at a far lower priority. Alright, you know what, let's... well, we go to his bathroom, maybe. Didn't need the bathroom. Barely eaten or drunk anything since yesterday. Well, that's not good, is it? Bed? You just want to go to bed? Watch TV? The apartment building in Riverside is reported to be the scene of a homicide. Further details are currently being held by the APD as investigations continue. In other news, the rain will continue today, but the temperature will remain high, along with the humidity. It's Stephen Hush with the sport. Picture of me and Ben Drummle, my old partner. His death was a loss for all of Ashfield. Take the easy chair, maybe fall asleep there. My easy chair, blue velvet and mahogany. It cost a few $100s, but my back had been thankful ever since. I'm going to turn that TV off, it's annoying. Didn't have time to rest. Okay, so he wants to go to another location to do something. There isn't really anything to do at my locations. Doesn't want to rest. Guess we go back out. I feel like I need to try and work out where the Does the girl know where the tattoo parlor is? Guess not. Oh, Serena's tattoo and the receipt from Bloodweb, with leads few and far between. Perhaps it was worth investigating. The address was between Hopper and Tawny Heights. Oh, got an address. Nice. As I stepped out onto the sidewalk, the air around me seemed to hum. People moved in and out of focus. I leaned against the fire hydrant and lost my lunch into the gutter. Exhaustion dragged me down onto my knees. I couldn't focus on the faces of those gathered around me. Some kind soul hailed me a cab and eventually I found myself at my apartment. I dragged myself into bed and almost immediately fell into a deep sleep. Okay. Well, fine. Oh. Oh. Hello. The blasted landscape spread around me for miles, horizon to horizon. A hot wind tore across the dust, whipping it into ashen drifts. The light of the white sun above me became blood red as it washed over the dead landscape. Where am I? I could see someone in the distance standing next to a tree. Is that Drummle? It can be. Hello, Will. Ben? Detective Ben Drummle had been my mentor when I had started with the Force. He had tempered my worst qualities with calmly delivered advice. He had been a father figure, but had let me make vital mistakes that had led to improvement. His death had almost broken me. How can you be here? There was a twinkle in his eye. Is that really the strangest thing about this? Come on, Will, you can... His face suddenly dropped, his eyes widened. Ben? Something is wrong. Tree-like figure. The red moved under my hand. I could feel something beyond it, but couldn't find my way through, no matter how much I dug with my fingernails. Looks like he's puked again in his sleep. Amelia. Ugh, sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Oh, this mess.
It's your apartment and your shirt.
What time is it?
Just after 11. I thought I'd check on you after you didn't show up at the precinct. Braintree rang me.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't drinking, if that's what you're thinking.
I didn't say a word.
It was something else. I passed out, I think. Maybe it's the heat. How did you get in?
You left the door open?
It's still trespassing, even if the door is unlocked.
Not unlocked, open. You're lucky you still have that beat-up record player. Is that your way of saying you want me to leave?
No. Oh, I don't know. I need to get my head straight.
Why don't you take some time off?
The case.
The case can wait. Maybe I shouldn't have got you involved.
You don't mean that?
She sighed. Lewis is back in town, so I've passed it over to him until Monday. You can send any information you have to him to follow up on.
I'm fine.
You look like shit.
Thanks.
Let's be humorous.
Well, at least she was honest. This is just like the commissioner's party way back. Do you remember that? Neither of us could walk afterwards.
She managed to smile. Just rest, please. We can catch up on Monday. I'll see myself out. I had no doubt that she was right about how I looked, but I really did feel fine. As soon as she'd left, I got dressed, cleaned up, and planned my next move. One thing was certain. I wasn't about to hand this over to Lewis. I was staying on the case. Well, was he wanting me to look at something? I think we just head off, honestly, because we got a couple of leads. Let's do the tattoo first. Spooner Avenue, the hunt for an unknown killer, I think that says. It's not a car. Napier's booze. To tattoo parlor? I guess. Going round, Ben? Talk to these guys, maybe? No? Alright. So I dreamed I was underwater. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, so... And all these jellyfish were going past.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Tell me about it. I'm a cat. We're not natural swimmers.
You're not a cat, Rin.
I am a cat.
Afternoon.
What's up, Mr. Trenchcoat?
Have you visited that tattoo parlor before?
No, that's not my scene. Sean has, though. You should ask him.
What is your scene?
Video games.
Aren't they for kids?
No way. They're for anyone with imagination. Kids are just better at that. Mark my words, Mr. Trenchcoat. Games are gonna be everywhere in a few years.
Have you ever met a Serena Challenor?
I don't think so. Who is she?
A murder victim.
I showed her the photo of Serena remarked. She took her time. Maybe, but not for a while. I don't think I ever spoke to her. I recognize him. That's Mark.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a while. He stopped coming around here. Said he had a new girlfriend. I guess that was her?
I believe so.
She looked me in the eyes. Should I be worried?
I recommend not approaching him if you do see him.
Understood.
Is there much trouble around here?
No more than anywhere else in Ashfield, not really. Saying that, I don't go out alone. Better safe than sorry.
Agreed. You know that guy on the door?
Yeah, that guy, I don't talk to him. He's got no love for humanity.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Guess this is Sean? Detective Stanhope, can I ask you a few questions? Knock yourself out. Have you ever visited that tattoo parlor before?
Few times. Why?
Ever seen anything odd?
Define odd.
Out of the ordinary. Concerning.
Not really. The owner's a bit of a shithead, but that ain't a crime.
Have you ever met a Serena Challenor?
Dunno, I'm bad with names.
I showed him the picture of Serena and Mark Torrance. The man screwed up his eyes before shaking his head. Nah, I think I remember her. I'll keep my eye out, though. She wanted. She's dead. Oh shit, that's heavy, man. I don't think I could do your job. Much trouble around here? What, like a crime? Nah, man, nothing like that around here. We're good as gold, baby. Really? Yeah, it's like a monastery, but with better music. Ah. You should unwind, man. Your shoulders are real tense. There are some damn cheap bars around here. Crazy girls and heavy music. Best part of town. I'm a bit old for that. Hey, you don't stop playing when you get old. You just get old because you stop playing. You know that guy on the door? Dunk? No way, man. He's an asshole. You'd have to know other options to resort to talking to that guy. Take care. You too, bub. Miss?
Hmm?
She was clearly too drunk to speak. I was surprised she was able to stand. Alright, bouncer. The guy was huge, with beady little eyes and a round, angry baby face. He licked his chapped lips every few seconds as he scanned the street. Should I go to the alleyway? There was an electrical panel powering the sign at the front of the tattoo parlour. Okay. We've got probably a drunk man. Several empty bottles of liquor lay next to the drunk man. He blinked at me. Saliva was crusted on his lip. You okay, sir? It's just you look like you may need medical attention if you drink any more. He waves his hand away. Sorry, he waves his hand either at me or at invisible flies. Don't care. You see anything strange around here lately? I didn't do nothing. I'm not saying you did. I'm asking if you saw nothing. Nothing. Let's be demanding. I think you did see something. Maybe. I suggest you tell me now. Oh yeah? Why's that, eh? I'm getting that information one way or another. You think you could make my life worse? Get lost, buddy. The man blinked to me, saliva was crusted on his lip. Did you write that graffiti? He cranes his neck towards the writing behind him. It's painfully slow, an awkward movement. Yeah, the people need to know it's real. What is the dream web? Look it up, mister. Take care of yourself. He looks down at his feet. Whilst I did dislike graffiti, it wasn't my job to clean it wherever I found it. The dream web is real. Curious. Securely bolted shut. Okay, so I think we probably pry this with the screwdriver. No? Alright. What about this door? Back door of the tattoo parlour, okay. Lock looked very sturdy. Can I do anything with the screwdriver with that? I feel like that should work, but I don't know why nothing's happening. Alright, tell you what, we should probably go and speak to the bouncer, right? Hi there. Can you let me in? Not for a while, fellow. Why not? The boss don't want to be disturbed. For how long? Until he tells me otherwise. My name is Detective Stanhope. This is police business. If you ain't got a warrant, you ain't coming in, and I don't see no warrant. Obstructing the police is no laughing matter. But I'm way more scared of Nate than I am of you, little man. Why's that? Goddamn, get out of here, would you? I don't have time for this. How much to let me in? Think you could bribe me? Honestly, yeah. Yeah, you think you're so damn clever, don't you? Well, you ain't getting anything you want, I want. Get lost. Everyone had a weakness, but this guy's clearly wasn't cash. I just needed to find something else to tempt him. See you later. Can't wait. Okay, why don't we talk to these guys again and see if they got anything on this guy. Try this one again. Is there anything this way? No. I feel like sabotaging the sign was probably a good idea. quite sure why it didn't work out. A lot of trash bags outside the tattoo parlor. I could see something glistening in the massive black plastic. Okay. What? I found a needle, red with ink. There was something else. The way the leftover ink was beaded on the metal, it was rubbery with small small strangs? Probably strings extruding from it. Okay, let's have a look at that.
You know that guy on the door of the tattoo parlor? Eh? What's it to you? I need to get past him, but he's not playing ball. Yeah, it's dunk for you. So you do know him? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. My memory seems a bit hazy. Well, let's see if I can do something about that. So? One word, buddy. Greenleaf, that's all you're getting from me. You're trying to piss me off. I'll take my chances.
Greenleaf. Not sure that information was worth the cost. Maybe it's a password? We'll try it on the bouncer.
Hi there.
Why can't I say Greenleaf to him? These guys know what it means?
You ever heard of the word Greenleaf? Any idea what it means?
Are you safe word, dude?
Funny.
I try. Take care.
Have you ever heard of the word Greenleaf?
Sorry, Mr. Trenchcoat, doesn't mean anything to me.
Are you? Doesn't lead to anything talking about Greenleaf. I wonder if we should try the bookshop. It's possible I don't have what I need at this point to do this. Oh, maybe there's something in here. The liquor store was tidy and well kept, with the only smell being cleaning products. The man behind the counter squinted at me as I entered.
Afternoon.
Is it? So could have fooled me. I thought it was supposed to be summer, but it's so dark nowadays. What can I get you, fella?
Just browsing for the moment. You own this place?
My name's over the door. It ain't just coincidence. Horace F. Napier.
Detective Stanhope.
Detective? I always wanted to be a detective, but I'm not a fan of the hours.
Aren't you open most of the week?
Yes, sir, but I get to sit here and listen to my radio.
Imagine we're looking for liquor or something that's got Greenleaf. Rows and rows of liquor. There was no need to rip any of the advertisements. Okay, what's the advertisements? It was a notice board covered with people advertising junk they wanted to sell. Missing pet posters, flyers for specialist services, you name it. Alright, let's talk to the guy.
You heard of the word Greenleaf?
Greenleaf? That's some fancy stuff.
It's booze?
Yeah, it's absinthe. Vile stuff if you ask me, but some people go crazy for it.
A bottle of absinthe, please.
Fancy. Don't drink that all at once, fella. That's $20.
You know much about that tattoo parlor?
I get a lot of crossover with the kids that go there. You ain't supposed to drink before a tattoo, but since when did youngsters listen to advice?
Any trouble?
Well, not really, not from the locals. Everyone around here knows old Horace. Sometimes gets some out-of-towners feeling too big for their britches, but old Mildred soon sets them straight.
Mildred?
My trusty double-barreled, all-licensed Mr. Detective for self-defense. Thankfully, I ain't ever had to use it.
Good to know.
That being said, there's something wrong with that tattoo place. Something rotten.
What do you mean?
There was a guy who lived out on the streets for years, name of Mickey. The angry fella he was, a lot of spite for a town that had left him behind. That Nate, the owner of the tattoo shop, gave him that tattoo for free. Said he was blessing him or some such foolishness. I saw Mickey a couple of days later. He was all smiles. The rage had gone right out of him.
Where can I find him?
Nowhere. A couple of days later, he jumped off Cobb Bridge. Was laughing to himself as he fell, according to witnesses. His face was still smiling when they pulled his body out of the water.
I see. That was worth remembering. I had a lot on the tattoo shop now, and the picture was not healthy. I just needed something more concrete to link the shop to Serena, and then I could confront the owner.
Anything you recommend?
Well, you can't go wrong with anything in here. Well, you can. But as long as you have just enough to take the edge off, you'll be grand.
You own this place long?
Coming on for 58 years, 40 of them by myself. My old man had a hardware store here before that, but as soon as Prohibition ended, he saw the light, and it was shining through a bottle of bourbon. Yes, sir.
The neighborhood changed much since then?
Well, in some ways, but people still want the same things they wanted before. Food, shelter, and comfort. The rest is window dressing.
Can I get a bottle of whiskey? Something smooth but not too sweet.
Sure thing, fella. Got what you need right here. $10.
Okay. I'll be going now.
Watch how you go.
Now, we'll try giving the absinthe to the guy in the alley. I imagine he's probably more receptive to it than the bouncer. Yeah, I feel like maybe we need to get a warrant to get in there. Hang on. Oh, maybe it is the bouncer.
Hi there. I got a bottle of greenleaf absinthe here with your name on it. Oh, Jesus. Seems you are a good detective. Yeah, fine, give it here.
Guess that's our key to enter. The tattoo studio smelled of stale sweat and tobacco. There was no curtain to hide the chair. The artist clearly liked to be watched as he worked.
I'm eating. Get out. Are you the owner? I said I am eating. Clearly that sack of shit outside forgot that too. This is police business. I won't take much of your time. You won't take any of it until I'm ready. I'm Detective Stanhope. You are Nate Saunders, and that's all you're getting out of me. Mr. Sanders, we need to talk now. Well, aren't you a persistent little shit?
Oh, okay. Should we look at stuff first, or just... Yeah, probably just speak to him to begin with, I guess.
I need to speak to you. What? Oh, what? Are you the owner of the shop? Yeah. For how long? Who knows? What the fuck do you want? What the fuck do you want? Do you keep records on your customers? No, don't even ask for a name. Isn't that irresponsible? Fuck man, are you for real? Get out of here. You seem defensive. What can I say? I hate pigs.
The tattooist was unflinching, but even the strongest would break with the right pressure. I needed to confront him.
I have something important to discuss. Do you now? What makes you think I want to discuss anything with you? I have some questions regarding a young woman named Serena Challoner. Never heard of her. I'd advise you to cooperate with me. Pig, unless you got anything on me, you better leave.
Alright, maybe we've got to show him something. What about the tattoo receipt? What about the needle? really. Right, let's have a look around. Maybe there's something incriminating on display somewhere. Look at the chair. Tattoo chair put me in mind of a dead metal spider. Perhaps that was the intention. Lewd centerfold, how edgy. Super cat punch, I had no idea what that meant. Section of gothic items. I don't know. We got anything else that... Oh! Picture of the tattoo, right? Really? Okay. Do we need to link those or anything? I had a look at the Steam forum just to see if anyone was talking about this, and it seemed to be coming up in a few threads. We might need more dirt on Nate before he talks. Maybe talk to the bouncer? Hi there. Nothing new there. What about these guys? Nothing over this way. What are those guys? Can we go talk to them? Okay. Nothing here though. Someone had dumped a pile of rubble in the street filled with paint, concrete and twisted metal. One particular rebar looked very sturdy, could be useful, okay. Length of rebar now apparently. I don't know if that's going to be particularly useful. I think, should we go over here? Stanhope? Okay, I wonder if we should go to the bookshop. I'm going to stay here for now. With the rebar, I suspect that there's a couple of different ways of solving the puzzle to get in. I think you probably crack open that box with that. Talk about this again?
All around the water tanks, waiting for a train, 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain.
I mean, this is probably it, isn't it? It needs something more concrete to link the shop to Serena. I can confront the owner, okay. Let's come out here just because of the music. So back in the inventory, so... I really want him to link that and that together. Or maybe... that way round? Yeah. Didn't want us to talk about that, did he? walk anywhere now? Slightly worried I may have bugged the game. Okay. There's nothing over there. All I can think is just to keep showing him stuff, but like, all the stuff that seems relevant, he just says, no, that's not right. A bit stuck, to be honest. I think I'm going to go to the bookshop. Let's just follow the other lead and see where that takes us. I mean, I wouldn't mind going and talking to the police guy again, but like, it just takes me to my office rather than the morgue.
This paper is rather gloomy reading today. Same as every day, this is why I prefer books. It has to be the right book for me. All books are of value, even if they must become kindling. No, surely you would never burn a book? No, I couldn't. I shouldn't even joke about such things. Eyes up, Lucas, you've got a customer. Oh, so I do. Good afternoon, sir. Back so soon? Soon? I believe you were here a few months ago, yes? I'm certain of it. You bought a rather fine volume of Baudelaire.
Yeah, you're right. I'm surprised you remember.
At my age, I take pains to remember all I can. Lucas, don't annoy the man. Some people prefer privacy. Indulge me. Did you enjoy the book?
Yeah, definitely. A very fine translation.
One should always be drunk.
Oh no, that's not his voice. I'm not reading that big quote.
Exquisite. Agreed.
Just so.
If I may ask, what's your trade? Your spine is as straight as a lightning rod.
I'm a detective.
I see. Are you here in that capacity?
At the moment, yeah. May I ask you a few questions?
Certainly. I'm Lucas Carmine. That reprobate over there is Spencer McGregor. Guilty?
Will Stanhope.
Please let me know if you need any help.
So many interesting volumes, I could stay in the shop for hours without getting bored. Plant's leaves were thick and waxy, extremely well fed. He would probably not appreciate me tearing leaves off his plant. I can probably speak to him, but maybe we should show him the book of poetry first. No, okay, let's talk to him.
Sir?
Mm-hmm.
This building looks old, a couple of centuries at least. Very interesting.
Oh, you have a good eye. It is, in fact, the oldest building in the city. As far as I can tell, I don't like to crow about it. Yes, that's what he says, but I've heard the story a good few times.
Have you had the shop long?
Well, I've owned this shop for the last 40 years, young man.
Not many people call me young.
Well, compared to me, you're barely out of swaddling clothes. I inherited this shop from my father, and he from his. There's always been a Carmine here in Ashfield. We're obsessed with books, and always have been. Take this, for instance. The Rubaiyat by Omar Khayyam. I am trying to make my way through it in the original Persian. Lucas enjoys a challenge.
I was wondering if you could tell me about a book. The title is Dreams of the Pale Queen by Hector Rufus. It was purchased from here within the last month.
Truly a work of genius. Let me think. Come now, Carmine, you can surely remember who bought such a distinctive book? Oh, yes, of course I remember. Do you know this book was translated by one of my forebears many decades ago? Would you like to know more about it?
Maybe later. For now, I'd like to know about the woman who bought it.
It was a woman and a man, I believe.
Interesting. Could you describe them?
Well, the young woman bought the book was blonde, relatively tall, polite. Also appeared happy, almost giddy. I must admit I remember little else. The man was inspecting the art books, I believe. He had long black hair and tattoos on his arms. I think I heard the woman mention that he was an artist of some kind. She mentioned ink.
Do you have any security cameras?
No, I don't even have a television.
Were you present at this time, Mr. McGregor?
Potentially, but I have nothing more to add, I'm afraid. Perhaps I had my face in the paper.
The man with long black hair and tattoos. Interesting. Okay, yes, we need to... That might be the tie that we need.
Goodbye. Please come back soon.
What if we show him the picture of Serena and... No, okay. Should we talk to Spencer?
Mr. McGregor? Yes, my boy.
Do you remember meeting a Serena Challenor?
Alas, if I have, then I couldn't possibly say. I am often too intent on my own affairs. A trait a flaw I am trying to rectify. You're never too old to change.
How long have you known Mr. Carmine Long? You seem to have a good rapport with him.
Only a handful of years, but it feels far longer. We have a very good rapport.
We meet daily to put the world to rights.
And yet look at the troubles that still exist. You know that more than most, I expect,
Sadly, yes.
What
books would you recommend?
Books are a deeply personal choice, my boy. Like happiness, their enjoyment is as individual as a snowflake. But if you're asking which book means the most to me, I would have to say The Rights of Man by Thomas Paine. It is as relevant today as it has always been.
Thank you, I'll look out for it.
Look no further, I have my own copy here. You are welcome to it.
Are you sure?
Of course. A hoarding of wisdom is counterproductive to progress, my boy.
Alright, okay, cool.
See you soon.
Let's have a look at the book. 100 years old. So that book of poetry, does that relate? No, okay. I mean, we have what that guy said, but there isn't any, like, proof. I guess we could...
Wait a moment, detective. I'd like to give you my telephone number, if I may. If you wish to discuss anything with a mind, potentially, not to be too egotistical, as keen as yours, please give me a call. Good conversation's hard to find.
Alright, fair enough. Well, let's go back. We'll try speaking to Nate now that we've got at least someone who'd say that he could be linked to Serena. We don't have evidence, we don't have a photo, we don't have video, but maybe that's enough.
I need to speak to you. What? We could go back and forth like this forever. I could get a warrant and turn this place inside out, and believe me, I would take my time. I would empty every damn bottle of ink.
His eyes burned.
So let's just cut to the chase. You and I both know you're involved in things you shouldn't be.
I'm gonna be demanding.
I'm done playing. You're gonna tell me what you know right now. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm the goddamn law. He was wrong about you. You don't have the mind for this. There's only one law around here, pig. Survival of the fittest.
Shit. I didn't realise what... Damn, shot him back.
I warned you. You're fucking ruthless. God, that's so much blood. Maybe you will survive. I'll get you an ambulance, hold on. Doesn't hurt, you know. He was right, and he said it wouldn't hurt at the end. Jesus, man, stop talking in riddles. Lascardo. It all comes down to Lascardo. Lascardo prosthetics. No, couldn't be. What do you mean? He was gone.
Location, Lascardo Prosthetics.
Officer Bruce. Quite a scene in there, Stanhope. He didn't give me any choice. Not for me to say.
Alright, well, we got a new location. Bookshop seems to have played out, so that's fine. We want to go... Oh, up here. After all these years, I was going back to Lascardo. Fear writhed in my stomach, a gnawing understanding of mortality and how close I came to death the last time I searched that cursed place. But the immediacy of it brought me a moment of clarity. I needed to see Abigail first, in case. I called her to arrange a meeting and made sure I got her a gift on the way. Oh. Looks like April O'Neil.
Hello, Abigail.
Hi, Dad.
You look well? Grown up?
Thanks. You look the same.
She smirked.
Not much changes after a certain age. You just look a bit more weathered.
Thanks for coming out here. I know you're busy.
It's fine. I like to get out of town from time to time. You forget that places like this exist.
I used to visit this wood a lot with Mum. We used to cook potato salad and bring it out here for a picnic.
Potato salad?
She laughed, her eyes twinkling.
No idea why it was always potato salad. It just became some sort of weird tradition, just me and her. We had to stop a few months before the end. She didn't have the strength. It was me or the cancer.
I got you something. It's not much, and I know it's late.
Thank you.
You gonna open it?
I will. Later.
I don't see much of you these days. I do worry.
There's no need to worry. I'm fine. I can take care of myself.
You could come around a little more, or at least call.
Her face twitched, a flare of anger that was quickly concealed.
Do you feel abandoned, Dad? I thought you were pretty busy with your job.
Ah, come on, Abby. You know I have time for you.
You do now? A bit late, to be honest.
Was she trying to hurt me? That seemed petty.
I think you need to move on, Abigail. We're both adults. There's no point dwelling on the past.
She gave a hollow laugh.
Simple as that, is it? I need to forget everything now that you want me around. You were the one who decided to leave when I was a kid. You.
Let's be melancholic.
Sorry, Abby. I can't know what it was like for you. We could have handled it better.
Thank you. I heard all the arguments, you know. I know it wasn't working. I mean, between you and Mum.
She swallowed, her eyes shimmering.
I still wanted my dad, though.
She looked down at the ground and ran her shoe over a stone before pressing it down, burying it in the earth.
I'm not angry, Dad. I'm just numb. This is what our relationship is now, for better or for worse. This is the destination we reached. Whatever the reason was, you decided to leave, and this is the result. I have my own life now, my own new definition of family with my husband, built on trust and happiness. I don't hate you, and yes, I want to see you, but I gave up running after you a long time ago.
Oh, hello.
Abby?
I'm sorry you're alone. I am. But do I feel guilty about not seeing you now that you've become as alone as I was? No, I don't. I refuse to feel guilty. Dad?
I'm sorry, I saw it. I think I saw.
Her eyes locked with mine, the same eyes I saw when she was born, the same eyes I saw when I left.
I need to go.
I'll see you later, Dad.
Okay, well, I think we should probably just go to the prosthetics place. Yeah, this place. What have we got? Through the gate. Got a kitty cat. A black cat was cleaning itself. A little jumpy, I didn't want to worry it. The bucket appeared to be moving. What's in the bucket? A bird? I need to take the bucket. We've got a padlock over there, heavy duty padlock. Too strong to tear off with my bare hands, much as I wished I could. What's the label? Alright, what does it say? The label had a company name, Stepford Storage Inc., a phone number and a unit registration number, Unit 1765. Maybe I could use it to find out who hired the container. I needed to get to a phone. Yeah, could I mean, I've got that rebar. Can I use that to kind of pry off the padlock? Lock was too strong, even with the rebar. Okay. What's going on at this place? Okay. Okay, it looks all burned out and abandoned. I don't think I can do anything with that. Being 1991, I don't have a cell phone, so I think with that clue, I need to go back to the office, I guess. Got the phone?
Stepford Storage. Better safe than sorry. How can I help you?
My name's Detective Stanhope, APD. I need some information.
Oh, I see. What kind of information?
I need the name of one of your customers. He rented a unit number 1765.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We don't give out the names of our customers.
Oh, it's a woman. Her saccharine tone touched a nerve.
Look, I think there's been a misunderstanding. This isn't a request. The unit in question is currently on private property. Either you provide me with the name, or I will get a warrant for it, which may call into question the work practices of your drivers. Or we can avoid that.
Okay, sir. I mean, detective. Let me see. 1765, was it? Yeah, I've got it here. It's been rented by Dan Braintree.
What?
Dan Braintree. I don't have a telephone number or address, sir. He pays by cheque.
Since when?
Oh, around here, I think. He's never late.
Thank you.
Officer Braintree, what the hell was this connection? His connection to all this? I could get his address easily enough, but what would I find there? Added to his map. Should I call anyone else? What about, what happens if we call Ben? Dead Ben. You've reached Detective Ben Drummond of the APD. Leave a message and I'll get back to you. Couldn't bring myself to get rid of it. Okay, what about the doctor?
Ashfield Morgue?
Tamir, it's Will.
Oh, well, good to hear from you. How's the case?
That's hard to say.
How mysterious. By the way, I have another interesting bit of information for you. That strange rope, it can actually form sharp barbs like thorns when severely aggravated. One of them cut clean through my glove, gave me quite the sting.
Are you all right?
No, it's just a scratch. I have a lot of disinfectant around, too. Anyway, I have to get a report finished. I'll speak to you soon.
Goodbye, Tamir.
What about Luna? Detective Luna speaking.
Hi, Luna.
How are you feeling?
Better, I think.
Take it easy today, Will. You don't want to end up ill again.
I'll be careful.
You better. You owe me a drink.
Speak to you soon.
Uh-huh. Alright, I'm probably done with that. I don't really... I've got no reason to ring Spencer, really, as far as I know. It might come up later. Now, his Dan Braintree stuff's been added to the map. What happens if I look at his record? Does he have a record? No result. Okay. Look at his address. Does it come up? Okay. Never mind. It's on the map anyway, so I just wondered if it might come up like that. There'd be an active police officer with a criminal record or something. Here we go. Dan Braintree's home. Braintree's home was at the edge of the large woodland that also backed onto the Lascado site. You could probably walk there without ever hitting a road. I could see a large yard around the back. Mysterious. But I think we'll leave it there for now. I know it's a short game, so I think we're probably heading in towards the end game now, but it's been pretty interesting so far. I'm not quite sure where it's going, but looking forward to finding out. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that'd be great. Also leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the game so far, the story, this playthrough, anything else you fancy, really. And if you're watching this and haven't yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that, that'd be amazing. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.